So this is the exciting bit. We have a meeting with the church that we're partnering with this month. So New City Church in Bangkok. We've got two representatives, Johnny and Anne, that hopefully we're going to be able to have a live conversation with, all the way from Thailand. What are the chances we'll manage to get it to work? There they are. Wonderful. Hello, hello.
Hi. Hi, guys.
So you can hear us. Well done, Andy. Fantastic work. So good to see you. Welcome to the Bay Church.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
What time are you right now? Where are you in the day?
It's 5:45, and we're just waiting on our dinner arriving.
Right, okay. Hurry up, Andrew. Get through the questions. Very good. Okay, so Johnny and Anne have had some questions put through to them, so they should have excellent answers to be able to provide, given so much time to consider it. Here's the first one. Can you give us a flavour of the church in New City Fellowship?
So we're quite a small fellowship, about 20 adults, and we meet in what's called a shop house. So it's quite a narrow building, but it's got 3.5 floors. And we meet in the bottom floor of that, and we have Sunday school and stuff upstairs. It's a busy market. Our church is quite relaxed, and latecomers are very normal. So you talk about Bay time, well, we have Bangkok time. We have lots of kids running around. You can smell rice cooking. And the church is obviously in Thai. But we have translation into English, or the hymns are put up bilingual, English and Thai, or Thai and phonetics. Some of the songs you would recognize, but some of the songs are Thai or Thai folk songs. And we're multi-ethnic, so apart from Thai people, we have some Afghan refugees, we have a Filipino, we have Americans in the church.
Okay, marvellous. Thank you. It's given us a flavour and a taste. And how, if we were to zoom out to the wider work of the gospel in Thailand, how representative of your church is the church in Thailand?
So it would be very similar. We're right on the outskirts of Bangkok, and our church would be very similar to most working class churches all over Thailand, churches that have been planted in the last 25 to 50 years. Small congregations, working class people meeting together in very ordinary buildings. However, in Bangkok itself, there are a number of very large churches you would recognize as church buildings. They look like churches that you expect to see in the West. And some of those churches have a history of 100 and 150 years. So there are very well established large churches, but most churches in Thailand would be like our church.
Okay, wonderful. And in the update that is in our newsletter that we've been reading over and praying over, you've told us a little bit about a gospel partnership with another local congregation. Could you perhaps tell us what the keys are to that success? That sounds interesting, exciting, perhaps a bit risky and adventurous. Could you...
Well, today was the day when we said to our church that we were going to change worship time from in the morning to in the afternoon. So that's a change for people to get their heads around. But it's a partnership with a church which is about 15 minutes drive away from ours. The people who go there and the people who go to our church, similar demographic. We also have the lead missionary, used to be a missionary in our church, who lots of people know him, so there's a lot of trust. And it's not about control, but it's about partnership, and it's about sharing resources, it's about sharing experience. So they have a lot of new missionaries. They're still studying Thai. We have people in our church who can speak Thai, and so we can share things. It also gives new opportunities for outreach. We have experience working into deprived slum areas. They have experience with student outreach, and so sharing. And it's also a great opportunity to encourage Pastor Bermot, because it's working in a wider team. So it's quite an encouraging time for us.
Okay, zooming back out again, the harder question. I don't know if this is going to alternate back to Anne. Here we go. What could the Western Church, so that's us, what could we learn from the Thai Church?
I think what we love about the Thai Church, and maybe miss when we're back in the UK, is just the fellowship around a Sunday. So Sunday is not just about going to a service, but there's a prayer meeting, there's a children's program, there's always a meal for Sunday lunch. So Sunday lunch is rice and curry together in the church building, cooked by the ladies. There's lots of people hanging out after church, maybe playing Uno or Jenga, sitting and chatting to one another. And it's very much about sharing life with one another rather than going to an appointment. I think as well, the Thai church, because it's so small and so fragile, we keep things very, very simple. And there's no fear about things going wrong. If church starts late, that's okay. It's started, and we praise God that it has started and that there is a church there. If our worship leader's baby is crying, she'll just pick up the baby and hold the baby at the front of the church while she's leading worship. So there's a very relaxed sense of sharing life together, and life not being perfect. Life is messy. Worship services might be a little bit messy, and that's okay, because we love one another and we love the Lord together. What we miss from the UK is just that history and maybe some of that reverence that you would have in Welsh churches, some of the tradition of the hymns. We miss singing those hymns that have got really rich theology that have been sung for hundreds of years. That's what I think we could learn from the Western Church.
Thank you. Every now and then, Johnny puts very old photos of himself in his prime when he first arrived in Thailand on Facebook. It's been a while now. What are some of the encouragements as you look over your time there in Thailand?
I think in terms of encouragements, seeing students grow into leaders. So one of the students we discipled is now a mission leader with OMF. He's the national director. Other people we work with are pastors. They are school teachers. They are business people. And so seeing people that were quite young in the faith, but now seeing them mature as becoming elders, deacons, pastors in the church, that's really exciting.
Wonderful. Okay, and then finally, how is ministry different now with grown-up children?
I think there's definitely some positives. We definitely have more flexibility fit in with Thai people's schedules to spend time with people, particularly in the evenings, because we're not having to rush home to get children to bed. Age is really valued in Thailand, and grey hair is really valued in Thailand. So we have the privilege of being auntie and uncle to younger Christian families, in being able to speak into their lives, being able to listen to them, encourage them as those who've been there before them. But there are challenges as well. The challenge of living as a family on 2 continents isn't always easy. Most of our relationships with our kids are now over FaceTime. We can't just pop to London or pop to Norwich to visit one of our children. So lots of joys, but also some challenges as well.
So grey hair is appreciated. What about no hair? Wonderful. So thank you for making the time this morning, and we'll continue to pray for you, hopefully not just for the month of February, but we'll continue to pray for the church, and grateful to the Lord for you. Goodbye.
Thanks, Andy. Bye-bye.